Alright, let's see. So, I'm gonna try something stupid. Um, it's probably gonna work really poorly, but I'm gonna give it a go. My chair is very squeaky. I'm going to try to build a Highlander Doomsday deck, all Singleton Doomsday, except potentially for basic lands. Um, and with only cards that I have, I ain't buying new fucking cards for this shit show. Um, and see if I can win any games with it. Uh, so, of course, the first thing we need is a Doomsday. So, there's our one Doomsday. I'll probably at some point we'll probably want to just search through cards that I have. So let's just start with black and blue cards. Clicky click. There we go. Come on. And we'll try and grab things that are going to be useful. So obviously going to want to brainstorm. Some of these cards may be good in the sideboard. Personal tutor seems good. I think I'm going to have to play the opt because my cantrips are going to be pretty bad. Ponder Preordain, of course. And sleight of hand probably while I'm at it. Let's see. My cantrip suite is going to be so fucking bad that I'm probably going to need things like Anticipate and maybe Augur Bolas. Oh, Impulse seems good. Did I accidentally put... Alright, no, just the one Impulse. Peer Through Depths seems real good. Strategic Planning could be good. Ideas Inbound might be alright. Forbidden Alchemy is a potential, although 3 mana might be a little too much. But I am going to put in Lab Maniac. Meditate is probably worth exploring. Piece of the Puzzle might be good enough. At this point, I'm basically I'm grabbing all the cards that might possibly be good enough, and then we'll sort out, everything else after. I guess with that in mind, I'll grab Forbidden Alchemy. Let's see. I already grabbed a piece of the puzzle. Just 2 things. Yeah. Well, I'll throw the 3 wishes in. Since my mana base is going to be bad, if I can keep it to just 2 colors, I will probably try to do that. Hieroglyphic Illumination could be alright because it cycles for 1. Slither Muse is probably too sketchy. Well, I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, I'll throw it in there. Why not? This is kind of going to be like part Doomsday, part just like any ass fucking storm. We'll put Repeal in the sideboard. I'm going to put a Surgical in the sideboard too, since I'm passing it by. Might as well go back and grab the Flusterstorm. Chain Flusterstorm are cards that I'm almost certainly going to want in my sideboard, as are things like Echoing Truth, Hurkyl's Recall. Alright, Careless Voyage. I don't want to get too deep into sideboard thoughts. So we'll go back down to where the black starts. So, looking at the black cards, just gonna fucking group all this shit together. Because I don't know of a better way to do it. Oh, we'll do 2 columns. So it doesn't get too cluttered here. Let's see. Coffin Purge, no. Dark Ritual is a definite yes. Duress seems like a yes. Did I already grab the Cabal Therapy? I didn't grab it yet. Don't want to forget that. Okay. Inquisition seems good here. Spoils of the Vault might be good enough. Thoughtseize is definitely coming in. Probably want to play him too. When I get there, Cabal Ritual for sure. My things that make extra black mana, like my rituals, are not. I'm not gonna have good rituals. So that'll make things interesting. Desperate Research. That's a sketchy one. That's like Spoils the Vault. It's a pseudo tutor, but it's dangerous. I'll probably throw the Infernal Tutor in. This deck's gonna be a fucking mess. I doubt I'll even win a game. Oh my god, this is gonna be so bad. Knight's Whisper seems good. Plunge into Darkness is probably better than either Spoils or the other one I mentioned, simply because I can control it a little better. Him I probably want. Sign in Blood seems good. Anything else in here? We're kind of getting into the bad cards now, or at least the sideboard cards. Phyrexian Arena might be good enough. I'll drop it in there. Definitely Cruel Bargain and Infernal Contract are probably requirements. Ill-Gotten Gains might be good enough. Obviously gonna need Tendrils of Agony. Anything else that's jumping out at me here? Not a lot. Oh, Street Wraith is probably good enough to look at. Razaketh's Right might be good enough. This is probably not a card that a lot of people are familiar with. Search your library for a card, put that card into your hand and search your library. So it's a tutor. It also cycles for 1 black. Ad nauseam might be good enough. The old DP is definitely good enough. Limdul's Vault seems pretty good. I don't know if something like Architects of Will is good enough. That seems sketchy. So you can look at the mana now. The mana could be potentially really bad. So I definitely think Shelllock Isle and Emrakul are going to come in. Let's go take a look at let's add the colorless cards in here. Where are my colorless fucking cards at? Cards like Barrenmore might even be good enough just because they cycle. Well, I'm not going to put Barrenmore in just yet. I'm going to put lands in. So I definitely want Chrome Mox, LED, Lotus Petal. Probably Chromatic Sphere and Conjurer's Bauble, because they have certain applications with Labman. Anything else that looks sufficiently functional? Not really. Oh, I do want them. Cool. Alright, so there's 48 cards that might be good enough. Yo, what up, High Tide? We're trying some real horse shit today. Just like the subtitle there says. Okay. So the biggest issue with this deck that I can foresee is producing enough mana. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be playing this in the Legacy practice room, so it's, that's my plan anyway. So we're going to see what the fuck happens. It's going to be real interesting. Alright, are there like 1v1 Highlander games? I don't know what the, I mean, I could play it in freeform or something, but yeah, this is gonna be, it's gonna be a shit show. We'll see how long this lasts. If it's really awful, I might end up going back to playing like a normal Doomsday deck. I'm probably gonna give up on this after like 1 match, but whatever. Alright, so let's see. Which cards are the worst here? Strategic Planning is on my short list of the worst. Ooh, actually, I think I'm going to cut Ad Nauseam because I think Emrakul and Shelldock Isle should be in the main deck. Oops, I didn't mean to cut Emrakul. Crap. Emrakul and Shelldock Isle should be in the main deck, then Ad Nauseam should probably be out. And plus there's no good way to tutor for it anyway, since we only have like one Infernal Tutor here. So I'm just going to start. I'm going to cut Forbidden Alchemy, I'm going to cut Strategic Planning, because they seem particularly awful. It's 45 cards. Honestly, well, Phyrexian Arena is probably really bad. Phyrexian Arena can maybe move to the sideboard. It might be good in control matchups. Infernal Tutor could be very weak because we just don't really have good ways to capitalize on it. With sufficient mana and a Bauble in play, you could just tutor for Doomsday and try and go off. But and we do have the engine of Slithermuse. Slithermuse and Ill-Gotten Gains are potential storm engines. It's probably worth keeping. Plunge into Darkness is probably not good enough. It's another one that like exiles cards, and if it exiles Tendrils, I just lose most likely. Or I suppose I don't really just lose, but if it exiles my one Doomsday, I probably just lose. Yeah, Infernal Tutor, obviously there are ways to get Hellbent that aren't Lion's Eye Diamond by just getting Hellbent normally, playing out all your cards. But since we don't really have a wealth of rituals, it probably is not actually that good. It's honestly, even playing Tendrils is probably questionable. But I'm gonna. So I could do 18 lands now, including Shelldock Isle. Oh, so that's actually a lot of lands, because that's really 19 lands. Maybe that's what we need, because we just want to be cantripping. Like, any cantrips we play need to be for business. I wonder if there's more reasonable discard I could put in the deck. Because, like, Duress, Therapy, Inquisition, Thoughtseize in him is not a lot of discard. Or could I put some counter magic in? Since I only have one LED, there's probably no reason not to run Flusterstorm in the main deck. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, so now for lands. Ideas Unbound is the only card that I'm still a little sketchy on. Because, like, I guess it does certain stuff with piles, and it's probably good enough to keep in for that reason, but I don't know. Anyway, so I think I definitely want, I'm going to try and grab all the relevant fetch lands here. A lot of them fetch islands. I put a Scalding Tarn in. I do want this Underground Sea. I'll probably throw in an Urborg. Lake of the Dead seems really good since I don't have many rituals. I'm going to throw Crocs in the sideboard since I'm looking at it. Cabal Pit could potentially be good just to have like a little bit of interaction in the main deck. Bloodstained Mire's coming in. I don't know if a 5-color land like Aether Hub is worth it. It's probably not. Dimir Aqueduct and Dismal Backwater could be okay. But they don't seem that good to me. Maybe just fill it out with islands and swamps in a roughly correct proportion. The Barren Moor is interesting because it cycles. It could be worth having. Probably not. I'll just put in some islands and some swamps. It's too bad I don't have, I don't remember what I was going to say. Maybe I should throw in Tomb of Urmi. Should Tomb of Urmi go in? It seems like it. Yeah, we'll put it in. A lot of those make black already. So let's put in just a couple basic swamps. And then fill it out with islands. Do 3 basic swamps, 5 basic islands. That seems okay. This is gonna be a fucking shit fest. Yeah. I mean, Doomsday is probably gonna be the main way we win because without, Past in Flames or anything, like, it's gonna be really hard to, Did I cut the tutor? Where did the Infernal Tutor go? Looks like it's cut it. Hold on a sec. I didn't mean to cut it. I think it's probably worth having in there. Yeah, it looks like I cut it by mistake. Okay. So I'm going to cut something else instead. What do I cut? Slither Muse is probably just the worst thing here. Yeah, I'm going to cut this Slither Muse. Okay. Back to 60. So, this deck is just awful. But I do think Doomsday is going to be the main way we win because I think a lot of the time wins aren't going to come from storming out. Like, it's possible that Tendrils is just actually a bad card in this bad deck. But anyway, let's take a look at the sideboard here. So, since I can't have duplicates and I only have 2 colors, makes things a little rough. I'm just going to go back to my blue and black cards and just look for more cards that seem like they aren't total garbage. So Divert is probably not total garbage. Giga Drowse is probably not total garbage. Spell Pierce is probably not total garbage. Swan Song. Gilded Drake for the show and tell matchup. I wonder if I should be playing Drift of Phantasms. It tutors for Doomsday. And blocks. Is a rebuild. Rebuild doesn't suck. The rest of these look like they kind of suck. Devastation Tide might be neat. Coffin Purge could be functional. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pare this down after I, Oof, I forgot Rain of Filth. How could I fucking forget Rain of Filth? Alright, what am I going to cut for Rain of Filth? Because that seems really necessary. 3 wishes. I think I want to cut 3 wishes. Okay, what else could go? Scary Feast is okay. Just as Graveyard Hate. Probably need some more kill spells or something. Vile Blight, maybe. Engineered Plague could be a playable card. Very Macabre. Massacre seems fine. Murderous Cut could be okay. Grave Titan and Gurmag Anger, Tombstalker. Those could all be functional cards too. It's just like, an alternate plan. But we're not going to do that. Alright, let's see. Gilded Drake's probably too cute. I don't need all of these bounce spells. Probably going to cut Giga Drowse. since there's too much cheap and free counter magic in this format. Divert's probably too cute. 3 more cards, huh? I probably should just be conceding the graveyard matchups rather than trying to actually win them. So I'm going to cut everything but Scarab Feast because it cycles. 1 more card. Engineered Plague is probably too narrow and expensive. There's a deck. Alright, let's play a match. Where is it? Highlander Doomsday. Oh boy. Thanks for always watching, High Tide. You're like my #1 fan. You're the only person who consistently watches my streams. I used to have a couple of people in my playgroup who would pretty consistently watch, and then they all stopped. Probably because I was too, I don't know, off the chain. They couldn't handle it. I was too dope. I could probably get more viewers by advertising my stream a little bit better, but I mean, who really wants to watch some fucking clown fuck around in the practice room with a shitty Highlander Doomsday deck, right? Alright, so I lost the die roll. Sand's a little land heavy, but it'll probably go. I don't really see like 6 cards being better than that, so if I'm being honest with myself. Delver. So obviously we're against Death Shadow. I'm probably gonna get. I probably should have let off on the Bloodstained Mire, maybe. Maybe not. I'm gonna get a little aggressive here. I'm just gonna go right for the Underground Sea and Thoughtseize, and hopefully they don't have Wasteland. No Wasteland. So double reanimate. I'm just gonna take the Delver. Oh, why did I do that? Now they're just gonna reanimate their Delver. Well, whatever. It's not like it matters. I'm gonna lose regardless. I guess that makes them lose some more life. Should have just taken reanimate or something. I don't know. I guess taking the Delver probably, strictly speaking, is the right answer. The right one to take. I don't know. It all kind of sucked there. But at least I'm not getting fucking Wastelanded here. And they didn't flip their Delver. Oh, they had a Street Wraith. Yeah, well then I guess it doesn't matter if I take a reanimate, because they're just going to reanimate the Street Wraith anyway with the other one. Now they get the Delver too. So yeah, that was dumb. I forgot they had the Street Wraith. Whatever. Not like I was going to win in the first place. Am I right? They're at 12. I am... If I could actually find some engine pieces... This guy is Swamp Walk. The Delvers will fly. I think I want to fire off the Sign in Blood. It just seems like the best thing to be doing here. I'm just going to kind of hope that... This might be crazy talk, but could it actually be correct to hold the Sign in Blood? Because if they go really ham and try and cut down... No, they're not going to do that because they have enough threats. I was thinking if they go real crazy and try and cut down their life total, I could maybe just fucking shock them to death. But they're not going to go that low because they have enough threats on board already anyway. So it's going to be better to just draw cards here. And then eat a fat dick and die. Thoughtseize, okay? Yep, so I'm just going to concede before they know what I'm doing. And I don't actually have any good cards in my sideboard against them, so I'm not going to actually sideboard anything. I'm just going to hit submit. This deck is fucking awful. I can't believe I thought this might actually be able to function as a deck. I'd rather play 85 card Doomsday than this. That I actually did win some games with. Well, this hand's got Doomsday in it already. It doesn't have any blue mana, though. But I'm going to keep it. I guess it has blue mana in the form of Lotus Petal. So the game plan here is going to be start with Inquisition, turn 2, Bauble, and hope to draw an island. Let's see. Delver, Daze. I also have a force that I can't take. So I guess I'm just going to take a Daze. They keep a no-lander? Oh, no. Okay. I was going to say, I didn't think they kept a no-lander. Interesting that they didn't play the Flooded Strand, though. They were just going to get a Watery Grave, because they basically told me what they drew for the turn. Not that it really matters, because they still have Daze and Force, but... Rain of Filth isn't a completely awful draw. Come on. So I'm probably just going to crack this Bauble. Because I think like just having it on board isn't as good as having another card in my hand right now. But they're thinking really hard about whether or not they want to Daze that. I guess they decided the answer is no. Hopefully the Delver never flips. I'm lucky. Nope, it flipped. And it flipped to reveal a Force spell. Alright. So... do I even try and play another match? This was so bad. Do I even try and play another match, or do I just change the little subtitle in my my screen thing and go play a normal Doomsday deck? Let's get a vote from the one person in chat. We'll see how bad this match goes, if I can get a game. Oh, I should probably just fucking delete this deck. Yeah, you're right. This was a bad idea. Okay. So, now that that's fucking done with, what should I do instead? There. Okay. So, actually, let's take a quick look at. So this is my draw 4 list that I like. I think I want to do this. Put the Rain of Filth back in. So, This is the list that I've been playing that feels the best so far. I'm trying out just 2 Doomsdays in the main and seeing how that feels. I'm not convinced that it's good or correct yet, but it hasn't felt bad exactly. And the rationale there is that I was winning, like 35% of my games or something. Maybe even closer to 40% of my games with natural tendrils lines. And like 30% of my games with empty the warrens. And Doomsday was like 20 something percent. And so since I just wasn't using it as much, I wanted to try cutting one Doomsday. So let's pretend I just clicked Highlander Doomsday by mistake instead of Draw 4 Wish Doomsday, since they're right next to each other, and we'll try this list. Could just be that there's nobody. Oh, there we go. Never mind. This hand looks. Oh my god, this hand is so fucking good compared to last matches. I'm definitely going to keep this. A little vulnerable to Wasteland, but not worth throwing back because of that. Especially if my Meyer can find me some more mana. So start with Preordain. Well, there's a land, so I'm going to take the land. Put the Doomsday at the bottom, and hopefully they're not playing discard. Scrubland is an interesting one to start on. So Therapy to begin with. I guess this could be like Nick Fit or some kind of Reanimator. The fact that they picked Delver kind of makes me think that it's more like a Nick Fit, like a mid-range deck, than a combo list. Because if it was a combo list, they probably would have named Force Will. So, obviously, it's going to suck here to lose Doomsday or Cabal Ritual to a flashback. But I'm going to shuffle. Oh, this is going to be painful if they decide to go with... I'm going to hold on to that Ponder for now. If they don't have a way to flashback Cabal Therapy, I can think about trying to stitch together a win next turn, maybe. Honestly, I'm hoping that they flashback and name Doomsday rather than Cabal Ritual, because that would suck. Oh, just a library. Okay, so no flashback on the therapy. So yeah, this is definitely looking like Nick Fit. So that duress is probably not doing me a whole lot of good here. 4, 5, 6. So let's see. If I crack the pedal for, say, black, I'll go to 4 cards in my library. Cast Cabal Ritual. Go to 5 cards in graveyard. I said library, I meant graveyard. And then Duress, and then the other Cabal Ritual put me back up to 3 black. And then I'll have 7 cards in my graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the last Cabal Ritual will have Threshold, which will put me to 6 black. And then I can Doomsday Ponder into the kill. Alright. So I should have it here. So get a better look at what's going on up here. Ooh, it's Eureka Fit. Okay. Wild. Alright. So this is just a standard pile. Nothing too fancy going on here. I think my storm count is plenty high enough, so I don't even need to do the bauble trick. So we'll just do a very normal pile. Easy peasy. If they had a threat to flashback that Cabal Therapy, we probably would have had a lot of trouble winning that game. Now, I'm honestly not sure how to sideboard here. There's a couple. Yeah, right? Oh, yeah, multiples of cards is real good. So there's a couple of different ways to think about what to do here. Against a normal Nick Fit deck, I might consider bringing in Empty the Warrens. Even though they usually play like Pernicious Deed, they sometimes can't deal with a very fast swath of goblins. However, they also seem to be more like a combo deck, so I could bring in Flusterstorms, which is kind of what I'm more inclined to do. On the other hand, I might need some bounce spells too, so what I kind of want to do is cut my duresses and bring in like Chain, Truth, and 2 Flusterstorms. Fluster might not be that great because they can definitely ramp out ahead of and like be able to pay for a Flusterstorm if the storm count's low enough, but I think I'm going to try this. This hand looks okay. It's functional. If they blind therapy Doomsday, it'll suck a little bit, but I still have the contract at least. Yep, so they blind therapy the Doomsday. If they have a surgical, that could be a bit of a pain in the ass, but obviously it's not the end of the world. Thoughtseize is an okay draw. I think I'm just going to lead on the Ponder. Because I need to find some more lands. Ritual, Contract. I guess I want these cards. This is a situation where just fucking firing off the Ritual and the Contract could be good because my life total is not going to matter very much in this matchup. If they have the Veteran to flash back this Cabal Therapy, it could hurt a little. Which it looks like they do. So I'll probably lose my contract here, and I'm going to lose the one that I left on top of my library as well. Maybe it would have been smarter. Oh, they didn't flash it back. Maybe it would have been smarter to draw the second one, but... So now I definitely feel like I should use one of them. Actually, let me think about this. I should Thoughtseize, because they definitely want to be able to next turn have 4 mana, even if they don't have another land, so they can Eureka. That's what I'm smelling here. Let's see if I was right. Oh, well, they got Rectors. So next turn they could play... Or not next turn, because they only have 1 Cabal Therapy. I think I definitely care less about Arena Rector than I do about Academy Rector. They only have 1 sack outlet, the Cabal Therapy, which is why they didn't flash this back. I'm going to take the Academy Rector and just pass turn. And this way, my Contract or Ponder next turn will actually see me all new cards. That was all my Doomsdays in my main deck, you are correct. There's one in the sideboard, and there's... I don't strictly need Doomsday to end the game. So the other Thoughtseize. So I think I'm just going to Thoughtseize again, and see if I can hopefully snag the last Rector here. So they got a Karn Liberated, which I don't care that much about, although they almost can cast it. So here they might just therapy me, which actually would suck because I could lose the contracts. Nope, they just went to the end step. Okay, give me land. Flusterstorm. I think I'm just going to ritual contract now. My life total is going to go low, but the vet is still only a 7-turn clock. So, ooh, that's interesting. Part of me wants to just keep going. I'll go to 3. I'd still have a couple turns after the Veteran Explorer. It's kind of crazy that I haven't managed to draw a another land. I think I'm just gonna go. I think it's go time. I'm gonna hold off on the Cabal Ritual just so I have a few more resources if something does go wrong here. Okay, we're kind of getting there. So I'm gonna play the Lotus Petal. I'm gonna brainstorm off of it, and so I can crack the fetch. Oh, there's the tendrils. All right, so I'm good to go here. It's nice to just draw the tendrils. It's possible I shouldn't have put back the Flusterstorm just so I'd have an out in case they had an out. So here I think I'm going to ponder in case I can... Oh no, I cited all my duresses, so my only out anyway is going to be... Yeah, they're probably just dead. I'm just going to play the LED and just hope they're dead. They're probably just dead. Looks good. See, we don't need Doomsday to win. I don't care if all my fucking Doomsdays are in my graveyard. Just fucking get them. Alright. So this person, Father Oblivion, always in the practice rooms. I see them all the time. But they always seem to be playing different decks. So I never really know what to do, but I think this hand is pretty keepable regardless of what I think my opponent might be playing. Especially if they're mulling to 5. Chrome Mox, interesting. It could just be on Belcher or something and I could just fucking die right now. When they... Okay, so it's... Oof, that hurts. That fucking hurts a lot. Ugh. Let me draw fucking... Basic would be the best here. Fucking killing me. I'm gonna need a Lotus Petal, a basic, something like that. Chalice on 1. Maybe just go to game 2 here. That's too much. Okay, so cut the duresses for my bounce spells. And ship it back. So hopefully this one will be a little less rude. Yes. Huh. I think I'm going to keep this. I'm going to need to fetch a basic island first, though, which kind of sucks because I won't be able to adequately use my brainstorms, or I won't be able to as effectively use my brainstorms. But I think just getting that basic land is going to matter a lot, and I'll have Burning Wish potential to go and grab my bounce spell. This is kind of playing around Blood Moon in particular a lot, but if the moon is what they're opening on, this will be fine. Otherwise, I'm going to have to find red mana. So this could be a little bit sketchy, but hopefully they're opening on moon. And if they don't, hopefully they give me enough time to put another wing together. Come on, moon. Chalice. Great. Okay. Chalice on 0 too. Well, so now at least I can try and play a game. I am kind of ponder locked here, which is a little shitty. I could also consider trying to shoot off some of these brainstorms just for to get towards threshold, but the Great Furnace is kind of interesting. It's going to be a planeswalker or something. Chalice on 2. Alright. Sometimes they just have it. Let's try another one. I cannot join this game. 3 chalices, presumably in the opening hand, is a pretty rude draw. Not much else to say about that. Last Day is Coming. It's kind of an ironic name, considering my deck list. This hand looks fine. The fact that the only blue source is this fetch is a little annoying. Just a little annoying, because it makes my brainstorm not as good. But I definitely can't afford to throw it back, so. So, Strand, Valk, Soulscar Mage. So this is probably blue-red Delver. Which means I think I'm going to have to start by fetching a basic island. Some of these lists aren't playing any wastelands or anything, but they do often have pop if they're not playing wasteland. And so it's still pretty good to fetch your basics when you can. Yep, so it looks like they have a pretty aggro draw. I'm hoping they're not playing wastelands, because I'm really going to need that Badlands to stick around since I shipped the C to the bottom. But I couldn't afford to keep drawing like kind of dead cards, so. I'm going to try and hold off on this brainstorm for a little while. But there might come a time when I can't afford to, and I have to fire it off, even if I'm at risk of getting locked out. So that Ritual was a pretty decent draw. So I'm just going to lead off with the Duress. I do have the other discard spell. Alright, so I'm taking the Force. I could try to play through Days. So they're just going to cantrip some more. I'm not feeling too good about the way this game is shaping up. I'm going to need to draw a Doomsday pretty quick. Or not a Doomsday necessarily, but, you know, like a real business spell pretty quick. Don't think I saw any burn, though. They're probably not going to fire off the Brainstorm just yet, since it might lock them out. Okay, there's another Delver. So yeah, they have a pretty aggressive draw. I can maybe wait one more turn, so I'm at 11. If Delver flips, they bought them both off the Preordain and then drew in the Delver. But they could brainstorm in their upkeep to flip Delver, and that'll be 3, 2, 2, at least 7 coming at me. I think it might be right to just try and make something happen here. Because if I don't, I think I'm going to lose my opportunity if I don't. I'm going to run out of time here. So just the daze, and they did have a lightning bolt. So I'll snag the daze. So yeah, I would have died if I didn't try and make a move here. So I'm going to hold priority Cabal Ritual, Brainstorm, crack the LEDs so that I can get Threshold on the Writ. So hold priority, cast the Brainstorm, and then this is probably going to crack for blue and black, maybe. The black maybe isn't necessary. The reason I'm thinking blue and black is because I'm only going to need one red. I think if I draw a Burning Wish, I'm only going to need one red. So we're going to do blue and black. There's the Burning Wish. And I even have an extra blue here that I can use, but I don't really need it. But I'm going to do it. So there's my one red mana. Put back those. Make red. And give them drills. So definitely some luck involved on that one, since I actually hit the Burning Wish. But I'm feeling pretty good about myself for the, I'm not going to thank them. I don't like interacting with people in chat because you never know how they're going to take it. Now I'll just say thanks. That seems polite. But yeah, I feeling pretty good about the read on probably dying if they let them untap. So, in this matchup, they had a pretty aggressive draw that game, but often they don't have that many creatures right off the bat. So in this matchup, I like to bring in Empty Warrens. Yeah, like, I don't know. I have a lot of people will like do the good luck, have fun, and GG and stuff. I don't know. I see so many people like, oh, it's fucking rude to say GG ever, basically, is what some people seem to think. And like, I don't know. I'd rather, I don't actually want my opponent to have good luck. I want them to have bad luck. So, I think, like, I typically tend to just not interact in chat at all. Unless someone's fucking flaming out on me, and then I like to antagonize. So what am I cutting here? I bring in an empty, so I'm going to cut a Burning Wish. I'm actually not sure if this is correct. So this is the way I used to do it a lot. But because, like, a lot of my draws, I'm looking for, non-deterministic, like, Infernal Contract chains into Burning Wish. It might actually be wrong to be cutting the Burning Wishes, but I'm going to do it anyway, since I don't really have a better plan. And if I cut the Burning Wish, I can probably cut a Preordain too. So we'll just start there. Oh yeah, saying GG after you win is totally a fucking dick move. I definitely not denying that. But some people if they like they still get their panties in a bunch if you GG them even after they've done it to you. Like I don't know, people are fucking stupid is what it comes down to. Everyone but me is stupid. Alright. Hopefully they don't start fucking dazing my cantrips willy nilly. Okay, so there's another land. That's a good land to have. I think I'm gonna put the dress on the bottom and take the Tarn. So I'm not seeing another creature yet. Hopefully there isn't another creature. Because if they have a handful of interaction, some bolts coming. Yep. So they have a bunch of interaction. I might not be on that fast a clock. If they have a lot of bolts, I might be on a little bit faster of a clock. So hopefully they don't daze this. Because I'd really like to have a decent brainstorm here. So I think the contract's going back here, and I think the bobble's going to go back. And I'm going to shoot this off. Hopefully there's no stifles in their deck. I do have a second land, even if there are stifles. I'm going to grab the Volk and Ponder. This Ponder might get dazed. Nope. Those are decent draws. I'm going to take the Writ. So I'm kind of angling for an empty here. To see if I can try and get some goblin tokens on the field. I think though, well, I don't know. It's kind of a tough question here. Maybe it's best to just Thoughtseize right now and just see what they got. Because if they just don't have anything, I can try and go for it. Fluster, Surgical. So I don't really care too much about the Surgical, but I do care about those Flusters. But now they don't have any spells that they can actually cast, so the Swift Spear, or like, they can use to trigger prowess. So the fucking Taylor over there is a pretty slow clock. If they shoot off their Surgical on my combo turn, then I'll be in an okay spot. So I'm going to brainstorm right now. That Duress is a good draw. Let's see here. I guess I'm putting some lands back. Put these 2 lands back. Play with the Delta. Crack this. Go get my basic Swamp. And try to Duress. And hopefully this Flusterstorm is the only thing they have and they didn't draw another counterspell. So there's a Daze. Interesting. I can beat a Daze for sure. But not if they counter my Writ, I'll be in a bad spot. I think I want to pass here. I could also Ponder, but I could also Ponder next turn and have more Storm. I think I'm just going to Ponder now. So I'll probably find a spell I can cast for next turn. Duress and Cabal Ritual, both excellent. Alright, I should be able to go off and make some goblins next turn. Potentially quite a few goblins. Brainstorm, okay. Hopefully they don't just draw into like double bolt. That would be the worst case scenario, I guess. So one thing I should probably be thinking about is if there's a way to like double spell them here and like Cavalrit. Oh, excuse me, Cavalrit, and if they get another Valk here, I'm probably just dead. Okay, not another Valk. Oof. Okay. Yep. That's it. That's game. So, I want to maybe try and be a little faster next time. I don't think it's worth it to bring in any bounce spells. If I was going to bring in one, it would be Chain of Vapor. But I don't think it's worth it to bring in bounce spells. I'm better off trying to discard those. Hit those with discard or power through them. It's possible I should have just tried to go for it there. Since I had the mana, or it appeared that I had the mana up to pay for days. Okay, so this hand looks functional again. It doesn't have any discard, so if they have the pillar in hand, I'll be in a tight spot, but I've seen no signs of Wasteland, so I'm not too afraid about running the Volcanic Island out, and I'm just going to have to try and find more lands and hope that they don't kill me. I think I'm going to keep that LED as well, so... That last game kind of hurt. I was so close. Thoughtseize. I probably got to take that Thoughtseize, right? In case they do have the pillar. And then, even if they daze me, I'll have another pillar free turn. I guess they could force. Okay, so force, fluster. So, no, again, nothing to really... I'm taking the Flusterstorm here because if I can potentially build up to an empty, the force will be a lot less effective. So no pillar, no spells to make the Swift Spear go a little faster. Hopefully they don't draw. Oh, another Swift Spear. Okay, so empty is looking a little weaker as they get more creatures on board. Not necessarily bad yet. I could potentially look into a Pass in Flames line here. I kind of want that Preordain, but not anything else. It's probably better to just take the Preordain and put the 2 to the bottom than take the random draw, because this random draw won't be those 2 cards. Right? So, fucking another Burning Wish. Wasn't really what I wanted. I need more land here. I'm a little tight on land. I can maybe try and use a Burning Wish as a bait spell. Another Swift Spear. They must have drawn that one too, right? Yeah. So they just hit fucking runner Swift Spears here. So suddenly their clock's a little faster and could be lethally fast if they can find the fucking... Let me think here. I think I want to cast a Burning Wish and grab Pass in Flames, because worst case scenario, this baits a counterspell. In best case scenario, I'll have Pass in Flames in my hand. Yep. I think the Pass in Flames is what I want. It's possible that grabbing the Preordain is correct, and being able to cast 2 cantrips on my next turn, and hoping I don't die and can set up a kill for the turn after. But frankly, I think Pass in Flames is going to be my best line to a win here anyway. Although I do have the other Burning Wish to grab it, but then I won't have a Burning Wish for Tendrils. I think I'm just going to get the Pass in Flames. I'm not going to get too cute here. The real problem is going to be if they draw a Bolt or something, then I'm not going to have enough other turns. Brainstorm is also pretty bad. And they're probably just going to draw a Pillar here. Because, like, you know, why not? Regardless, even if they don't draw another spell, the real best play here is for them to draw another spell and then not actually cast it. Because they can just hit me for 6 this turn and then 6 the next turn, which is what it looks like they're probably going to be doing. So, like, even if they drew a Pillar, that's probably the best play. So there's an island. I don't have that many good plays here. I think I need to ponder and hope I see like a ritual. Well, Lotus Petal might do it. This is going to be a long shot, no matter how you slice it. Any way you slice it. I don't expect this Cabal ritual to resolve. This is the correct spell to force. Yep, there it is. Force Pitching Daze. They might even have force in another blue card. It's possible. So yeah, I'm going to pass the turn because if by some miracle they don't actually have another spell to play, then I'm not actually dead. They weren't hiding a spell on top of their deck, presumably. But I can't imagine they don't have another spell. Yep. Oh, and it's even the Pyrostatic Pillar. Oof. Alright. So that match didn't go the way I wanted it to either, which is kind of too bad. Got a little stuck on lands there. Had some kind of clunky draws. I don't know if there's anything I could have really done better, except possibly not kept that hand in game 3. It's hard to say if that hand was bad. I think that hand had a lot of the cards I want in the matchup, and so it's hard to pass it up. This hand looks like it's got some potential. I'm on the draw, so the best case scenario here would be to just rip a Burning Wish and have them be on an uninteractive deck, and I can just fucking go for it. I'm going to see another fucking Blood Moon right off the bat here. Rabblemaster is not so bad. Rabblemaster means they don't have a lock piece in hand, and I at least have a couple turns to try and assemble some kind of a kill. But it does mean that goblins are going to be probably not good enough. Unless I can make a lot of fucking goblins. So I'm just going to go for the Ponder here. And I'm just going to get a basic island in case they have a Blood Moon. When they find a Blood Moon. Contract is a good draw. So I think I'm going to do it like that. This is going to be an interesting turn. Yeah, 300% the initial viewers. You're right. My stream is showing so much growth. It's just completely insane. Alright, so assuming they don't do anything more this turn. You know, no lock pieces or anything. Just go to the old end step. Just go to the old end step. What the fuck? Winter Orb. Can't untap more than one land. Okay, that's not going to affect me. But we're going to think real hard about my game plan here. So, I have a couple options. One is to just crack the Delta for a swamp, go Ritual, Cabal Ritual, Contract with one black up, and then I'll have the 2 LEDs, the Island, the Lotus Petal still. So I can still brainstorm to try and get deeper into my deck. So I'll see 7 new cards this turn. The other possibility is to play Brainstorm, see 2 cards off the Brainstorm, because 2 new cards, because I know one of them's an Underground Sea. There's an Underground Sea on top of my deck. Then I can crack the Brainstorm, or crack the Fetch, and go Writ, Contract, and be able to crack my LEDs. I suppose another potential option No. Oh, see, I'm a little torn on being able to crack the LEDs. Can I get Threshold on the Cabal Ritual if I do it that way? It looks like I could. So that's probably the correct way to go about it. I'll see 1 fewer card, but I'll have a lot more mana to work with. So I'm going to try that. And I think this is definitely the time to go for it. And if they have a fucking Orms chant or something completely fucking stupid like that, then so be it. I think I have to put this back. I was trying to think if I could get Threshold for the second Cabal Writ. And I think I could, but frankly, I don't even think I'm going to need that much mana. Writ. Petal. LED. LED. If they have a fucking Orms chant, I'm gonna be so displeased. I don't know what kind of fucking jerk-off deck that would be if they had it, but... Hold Priority, Contract, and then Cabal Writ, and then Crack. 1 for black and blue, probably. And then I'll have the Lotus Petal up for the red mana. Black, blue. Okay. Gonna have a lot of black mana available. Come on. Give me something to work with. Fuck! Oh my god. Alright. Wow. Not even a fucking cantrip. Jesus Christ. Alright, so bringing in the truths. I guess I'll bring in Consign instead of the Chain. I'm just assuming they have chalices, even though I honestly have no idea what's going on over there, but I'm gonna cut the duresses. I'll just try that. I guess I should bring in the Chain too. I don't even know. Cut a Preordain maybe. Yeah. Let's try that. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what's going on the other side of the table here, so. Tomb Spirit Guide Rabble Master. It's like, oh, it's, you know, it's Dragon Stompy, it's Moon Stompy, whatever. And then they go and play a Plains and a Winter Orb. Just if anybody, is it like some kind of parfait pile, or like a red white painter deck or something? Those don't normally play Winter Moon though, that I know of, or Rabble Master. I don't think. Alright. I will be on the play. This is a hand that I can work with. I'm going to keep this. Yeah, you're probably right. Not worth questioning the decks. The practice room is where people play dad decks. Like, even normal Doomsday is the practice room deck, so... You know. I don't think I want either of those. I really want to see... like another... like an LED or something. The other land's okay. But if they have a Blood Moon, then it's really not doing a lot for me here. Chrome Mox, sure. Did I play... This wasn't the same person who I played before that fucking crushed me, was it? Magus of the Moon. Great. Just what I fucking wanted to see. I guess Burning Wish is still... does something, but I brought in my Consign, which is probably wrong. I don't have... Okay, well, so there's some kind of mana source. I'm going to try and hold off for a little while if I can. So I really need to see like an LED now. The fact they put the Fiery Confluence under their Chrome Mox is, like, maybe they don't have another Chrome or another Fiery Confluence. Who knows? I'm actually going to play this Lotus Petal. Because now that I'm thinking about it, it might be correct to Echoing Truth the Moon Man at the end of their turn and try and string something together when I have access to my fetch lands. Got anything else up there? Another Winter Orb, perhaps? Chalice on 0. That's a little annoying. It's so weird that they put it on 0 and not some other number. You know? Doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Cabal, right? Alright, let's think here. If I can turn this Brainstorm into another mana source, I guess another Ritual. I played a land, right? So not another land. What would it take to be able to make goblins this turn? Three, four. I guess I should have enough. That Tarn's going to have to get me Badlands. I'm just trying to think about my game plan here. So this goes and gets me Badlands. It's not going to be that many goblins, unfortunately. But I think it's going to have to suffice because I don't really have a better plan of action. So 10 goblins is like not that much, but if they don't have a sweeper, it could get there. So if they got another fiery confluence, then I'm probably just dead. Thalia. Interesting. Yep. I guess it's just like red-white stompy. But I got no idea what's going on over there, to be quite honest. Do I chain that Dahlia? I guess I'm going to lead off with a Ponder. I don't think I want to chain the Thalia because they could, they could bounce my Goblin. I think it's better to just, like I would do 9 damage either way, so I think it's better to just go in for the attack here. It'll take me another couple turns at this rate to kill them with the goblins. But they can't use the Ancient Tomb, which is kind of interesting, or else they'll be dead to my goblins. Unless they use it to cast a sweeper, I guess. Probably got time for another couple matches after this one. Moon Man. So Moon Man doesn't change my clock at all. I don't really care about the fact that my lands don't do anything right now because I'm all in on this these goblins. So send the boys in. So they'll go to 2. It means their tomb is offline. And if they don't draw, you know, a solution to these goblins, then they did. Fingers crossed. Show me that concession. Yeah. Alright. Let me think. I kind of want to put that back in the sideboard. Just so I have like a wishable solution to maybe go like that. So I have a wishable solution to a moon or something. We'll try that. Yeah, I guess Tomb was offline. Basically, after my first attack, if they used it, then it basically increased my clock by a turn, so couldn't really use it. That hand's hot trash. That hand's also pretty bad. Well, looks like I'm losing this one. That hand's a keeper for sure. I guess I have to leave that land on top. And just hope they don't have a moon. If they have another, like, Rabble Master start, could maybe get there. Chalice. Chalice. Okay. Well, I can get there through a Chalice. Depending on my draws. I also have Burning Wish for the fucking whatever it's called. So I play out the Mire, so that I have access to a basic swamp if they have the moon. Moon? Yep, so I'm going to crack this and get a basic swamp. I don't think it's going to matter terribly much, but it's good to have the basic. So really, like, the ideal draw is probably just, you know, like some petals and LEDs or something, and I can just go for goblins again. I guess I'll play the Delta. This is not a very good spot. I probably should play out the petal, actually, so I don't get cut off from blue mana. Even though I want to hold on to that for storm count, potentially. Might just have a ton of lock pieces and there won't be a whole lot I can do. Winter Orb. Not a card I care about right now. Seems like a very weird... I guess it's another card that you can cast off of Just an Ancient Tomb. Like another sort of lock piece you can cast off Just an Ancient Tomb, but it doesn't seem too great. So, if I can draw an LED or Cabal Writ, I think I can make some magic happen. But it still isn't going to be, you know, not that many. Chalice on 0. That's a real fucking pain. So now it looks like I need probably a basic island and a bounce spell. To be able to make much happen. The fact that I have to hope to draw the basic island is really annoying. I guess I could still Burning Wish. Now I have an extra wish, so I'm going to Burning Wish. I'm not sure what I'm going to get here. I guess I could get Empty. And if I can draw... If I can draw some more spells I can cast for free or something, or like another couple lands, I can throw some spells into the Chalice and then empty anyway. I'm going to be sitting here for a couple turns, waiting for my lands to untap regardless, so... And since there are only 16, 8 goblins might get there if they don't have any... if they don't have any sweepers. But they also need no other creatures. 8 goblins can get there through one creature to do 765 damage, so that's, you know, 20 or 18 or whatever, but it wouldn't get there through 2 creatures because I'd only do 6 plus 4 plus 2 damage. And here comes another creature, probably. A lot of cards that could be a problem for them to cast here. Maybe they not casting it? Maybe they're just gonna hit me with a big old fiery confluence. Chalice on 2. Well, so I'm still not dead yet because of what my game plan is. I need 2 untap 1 land. Sure. That's another card I can't really cast. So I need to draw another land next turn. The fact that their Winter Orb is actually going to prevent them from casting much. So if I can draw another land next turn, I might be able to make... Well, no, that'd only be 6 goblins. I still need like 2 more lands. Or another Lotus Petal or something. Thoughtseize is not good enough. Because it doesn't do anything. I guess I'm just discarding a Brainstorm or something. This is a weird game and I don't like it very much. Their weird stompy deck. Come on. Dahlia. Yep. Alright, I'm probably dead here because I don't think I can possibly draw out of it. I just don't think there's any combination of draws that's going to let me get... Like, so even if I drew an LED or another petal next turn, I make 8 goblins, which isn't going to get there through the 2 creatures anyway. And then I'm dead in 2 turns, so I don't have another draw. I suppose I could make the goblins and try to double block and like try to block and kill his creatures, but I mean that's probably is the best play, all things considered. Would that even be enough creatures? I would need 5 to block Thalia, 2 to block Magus. I mean, I guess it's enough creatures. Or no, it's not quite enough creatures. Yeah, it's not enough creatures. Cox. I mean, I guess I could block the Moon Man there. And free up my... lands, but I'm still... Yeah, no, I can't do anything because the chalices are still locking me out, so... Oof. Alright, let's get another one in here. These fucking chalice decks are ripping me to pieces today. I'm gonna go check on my dog real quick. This is a mole. Definitely a mole. You coming in here with me? You coming in here? Okay. Good. You wanna help me stream? Okay, so this is a mall. This is a keep. Badlands. I'm gonna put that on the bottom. Depending on what my opponent does, I might just fucking go ham on the clam, like right off the bat. Uh-oh. Please just be like a Liliana or something. Ooh. That's hurts. Are they gonna follow it up with a fucking Thoughtseize or something? Please don't take my only business spell. Okay. Okay. So that's gonna change my game plan a little bit. Actually, hardly any different. The real question is, do I Dark Ritual Contract or Dark Ritual Cabal Ritual Contract? The Cabal Ritual is not going to be Threshold, leaving me with 1 black floating. I think I just Dark Ritual Contract here. Have more cards in hand. My gut tells me they probably have a hymn to follow it up, but it could be like a Sinkhole or a Smallpox. So if it's Sinkhole or Smallpox, I have decent hand here because I have more cards to work with still. Ghost Quarter, sure. Don't really care much about that. Ponder is a good draw. So I'll Ponder and I'll leave the fetch up. I'm gonna shuffle that. Drew a contract. Uh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Sinkhole or Smallpox wouldn't have been that awful there, though, because I had another land, and I had the Thoughtseize, which I would have just discarded. It wasn't too critical to my game plan. So the contract off the Ponder was a really good draw. The thing I'm trying to figure out is, do I just jam? Because I can go like, yeah, I think I'm just going to jam. They don't have a huge clock on me. So I can have a Threshold Cabal Ritual, Thoughtseize them even, and then fire off the 2 LEDs and contract. Although part of me thinks that I maybe shouldn't Thoughtseize because so if the contract draws me into a Doomsday and another way to like draw into a pile, then I would need actually 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I probably should cast the Thoughtseize. I think I win this game. I don't win this game with the Doomsday probably. And if I do, there's some possibility that I can just use Doomsday like a bad Vampiric Tutor. So I'm gonna just Thoughtseize. I'm just gonna go ham. Howling Mine and Hero's Downfall. I guess I take the Howling Mine because the Hero's Downfall doesn't do anything. At least they don't have any clock on me here. So cast this contract. Crack this for red. I definitely want red. Then the real question is, do I crack the other LED for blue or black? It probably should be blue, because if I draw cantrips, I'm going to want to try and cantrip for a Burning Wish. So we'll do blue. And naturally, I actually did draw the Doomsday. Well, I'm going to Brainstorm. Another Brainstorm. Perfect. Just what I needed. Just what I fucking didn't need. God, Jesus, fuck me. Just fuck my day up. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the Howling Mine is doing alongside the discard effects. It's a little mysterious to me. Okay. I actually really appreciate that, because The shuffle here is huge. But oh, so probably they're playing like Waste Not or something like that, or Liliana's Caress, Mega Rim Effects. That'd be my guess. So with the way this turned out, with that fucking abysmal, so I don't even know if I would have been able to win, even if I did crack that other LED for black. Or yeah, that my draw was just really really bad. Okay, so they're getting my swamp, but I do have another island at least. So they're not strip mining me, and they conceded. Okay, well we'll just fucking write that one off. Oh, and they want to play again. Delightful. Come on, are you alright? You're scratching real hard. You're going ham. I think I'm keeping this hand because my dog's down here, in case you're wondering why I'm leaning over. Because it seems okay. You wanna come up, puppy? Alright, so they don't have any kind of a broken start, which is nice. So I'm going to lead off on the preordain. Tarn Delta. I think I'm just going to get aggressive and put those both on the bottom. Drew a third land. Okay. Please play Howling Mine. That would make my day. Yes, I will use Ghost Quarter's ability. Get a basic island. Do they not remember from last game where I had 3 fucking basics? You at least need a Crucible to, they're extirpating my Underground Sea. Okay, you get another Underground Sea. Can't say that I'm all that concerned about how this game is going so far against this bad Pox deck. This is like janky Pox. That's my name for it. Right, puppy girl? You got a nasty eye booger. You're gonna have to let me get that out later. Okay, let's see what I draw. Thoughtseize. I probably should Thoughtseize them. I'm gonna ponder first. Get a little info here. Oof. What the fuck was that? Alright, Thoughtseize coming in. See if I can snag their best spell here. Push, Crucible. Okay, well, I'm definitely taking the Crucible because I don't want them to be strip mining me forever. And it's worth noting the Tabernacle means goblins are out of the question. I mean, that hand just looked like almost like a normal Pox deck. Tabernacle, Crucible, removal are not that uncommon for Pox decks, but the Ghost Quarters are a little fishy. I've seen Pox play main deck Extirpates, or surgicals in certain metas. But just in general, this is pretty fishy. Um, I kind of think I want to just go ritual contract here, cause let's see, I think like I'm not going to be able to get hellbent on any of my tutors. Actually, I could go writ contract, and then maybe the last tutor could be hellbent. But I'm just not sure that that's what if that's the game I want to be playing here. It probably is. This is PG Pox. Yeah, let's go for it a little bit here. So I'm just going to shoot off the contract now, and the last Cabal Writ can be thresholded. Ooh, alright, so they're dead. Just gotta figure out the line a little. I go Rain of Filth, sack the 2 mountains. Ooh, I should have played my other land before I did that. That's alright. I'm pretty sure they'll still be dead. Play Cabal Writ. Play my bad lands that I should have played from before. Cast Petal, Cantrip, Burning Wish, and they're dead. So here, I can try and get a little fancy, and even if they have something to somehow counter the Burning Wish, I can have another Burning Wish. Okay, yeah, they just scooped it up at the Burning Wish. So, against this deck, I don't really know how I sideboard here. I could just bring in empties, or like a couple empties and try and go off fast. I could bring in bounce spells, but it doesn't really seem like they have any permanents I actually care about. It does seem like they don't want me to have lands, so maybe Rain of Filth can come out. I'm kind of feeling like I'm going to want the third Doomsday back in. Like, it probably just isn't right to only have 2 Doomsdays, because I've kind of been feeling like I'm not drawing enough business spells. Let's bring in 1 empty for the Rain of Filth. Call it a day. This hand looks fine. So potentially a little slow unless I draw very well. But it's got a little protection against discard since I have double Burning Wish. Planar Void. Okay, I don't care too much about that. It's a little annoying. Third Burning Wish. Okay. Can I just always yield to triggers from this card? How the fuck do I do that? So it makes my Cabal Writ bad. Turns off Past and Flames lines. And that's pretty much it for what that card's gonna do here. Ugh, that's gross. I think I want to take the sinkhole. And the reason for that is that the smallpoxes are worse for them. And I have some extra cards I don't mind discarding too much. There's also an argument for taking the Black Vice, because it's their clock. Maybe I should take a Smallpox, because Smallpox can hit my fetch land, and a Sinkhole's bad against my fetch land. I don't really know here. I think I'm going to take the Black Vice and just hope to fight through whatever they have. I mean, they can't even cast any of their spells this turn either, because they don't have the extra black mana, so... What do I do here? I could Burning Wish for an empty. Oh, I'm definitely not conceding the game. That's not what I'm on. I'm fucking viewing my sideboard. So I could Burning Wish for an empty. That's an option. I could Burning Wish for an Infernal Contract. Pass and Flames is off the table. They have 2 Smallpox though, so like 6 Goblins isn't going to be good enough here. I think I'm going to go grab... I'm going to Burning Wish for Infernal Contract. Grab Badlands and Burning Wish for Infernal Contract. And I'm kind of just going to hope that they don't draw... another black mana source. Which is probably a little bit of a long shot. But I don't think they're going to want to Ghost Quarter me here. Tendrils is a good draw. So now I can go grab Underground Sea and hardcast the Infernal Contract and try and set up something for next turn. Since they don't have a clock, I'm not too worried about losing a large chunk of my life total. Ooh! Okay, so I can't actually cast any of those spells right now, but so I'm gonna have to think about what to get rid of. It's probably correct to just get rid of the 2 Burning Wishes. Although maybe the land in a Burning Wish is actually correct, because they're at most going to be able to. They're at most going to be able to get rid of one of my lands next turn. So probably land and Burning Wish is what I'm going to want to pitch here. Although, I guess the Burning Wish is another way to get me another Empty Thorns. So I was just trying to think about what Burning Wish actually does for me. So pitch land and a Burning Wish. You get some triggers in the cleanup step. That's not all that common. It's kind of interesting. I don't actually think I've ever been in a game that's happened before. Most people don't play Planar Void, is why. I guess, I don't know if Rip's a replacement effect or a trigger, I can't remember. But it could potentially happen with a Rip too. I think a lot of those effects are replacement effects instead of triggers. Doesn't look like they found another black mana source. So I'm just gonna try and shoot something off here. Let's think. So I could cast an empty right now of 1 black left. I could go empty, petal, LED, empty, Burning Wish, empty or tendrils. How many spell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that'll be lethal on the next attack. The other option... Yeah, that seems like it's probably the best option. And just hope that they don't have a sweeper. Oh wait, I'm not doing that yet. I need more storm. Because, like, their smallpoxes aren't going to be doing anything. If the Planar Void wasn't there, this hand would be bonkers, and I would just bask in flames them to death. But unfortunately, it's not quite bonkers. So there's a whole bunch of fucking goblins, and then crack this for red. Oh, fuck me. I guess I'm making the goblins. I meant to crack that for black, but I do have another empty in my sideboard. I should anyway. Yep. So. And even if I had cracked it for black, like, I could still cast empty, so it's just objectively correct to crack for black there. But regardless, this is enough goblins to be lethal on the next attack, so... like, if they don't have if they had a sweeper, they wouldn't be dead anyway. And if they don't have a sweeper, they're dead anyway. So... this is fine. You're looking at me like you want something from me, Lana. Alright, so they didn't have it. 28 goblins, too much for the bad pox deck to handle. Let's try and get one more in, and then I gotta go start making dinner and taking care of my boat. There's a reason why we didn't double tendrils. Because I missed that line for some reason. And so yes, there's literally no reason why I didn't double tendrils. I was thinking that I couldn't for some reason, but I absolutely could have and just end the game on the spot. But the reason I didn't double tendrils is because if I do that, I don't get to put 28 goblin tokens on the board. So yeah, it's all about sending a message. I was fixated on the goblins, is what it really amounted to. Like, from the beginning of the game, when I had those burning wishes in my hand, like my head, and I didn't have access to Past in Flames, because of Planar Void. In my head, I was basically thinking like, okay, goblins is my game plan, and I kind of locked in on that. So I missed the fact that I could just had an easy double tendrils kill, and instead I, made 28 goblins. Yeah, I just wanted to play that bad pox deck one more time. So hopefully I don't wait too long here. And then, maybe we can do a little post-mortem after this. Alright, Cream Corn 88. So you got some gross Nazi corn. I hope this person somehow sees this video and sees that I've called them gross Nazi corn. It had a 61 card deck. That was kind of interesting. I think I'm keeping this hand. It's a little bit odd, but it's probably a keep. Cavern. Goblin. Alright, so I would say it seems likely that we are playing against goblins. Goblins can be scary because they can put down a really fast clock. I'm going to fetch a basic island and play the bauble. And hopefully they just don't have the fucking light speed opener. No second land is good. Without a second land, the worst case scenario is probably Chieftain into Pile Driver. Ringleader is not awful. So, Prospector and some lands and a Lackey. So they're probably going to play the second Lackey here. Although they might play the Prospector. I don't think they'll play the Prospector. I think probably the second Lackey's coming down. Vision Tuple Smallpox. What the fuck kind of word is that? Oh, they do have a second land. They're just fucking rusing me. So now maybe they can play the Sharpshooter or the Prospector as well. Oh, and a Vial. Okay. Interesting that they're playing black. So they're probably playing discard as their sideboard plan and maybe not like permanent based hate. I think I'm gonna crack the bauble. Just draw here. Because I don't want to get Brainstorm locked. That would be really bad. Preordain is a good draw. So I'm going to play out that, and I'm just going to preordain here. Another writ. I think I need that other writ. And now if I can find like a Doomsday, and this is a situation where I wish I had a third Doomsday in my deck, because having a higher chance of naturally drawing into the Doomsday here would be really strong. Because like Doomsday would be one of my better draws here. I could be dead on board next turn. It's possible. Prospector. Gem Palm. So it looks like... What are you up to, Pope? Huh? You're being bratty. Wasteland. So now do I Brainstorm and just get the use out of the mana? I probably do. I don't want to get locked, but it's probably correct to just Brainstorm. Oh, I found the Doomsday. Okay, so I should be able to win on my turn. I just need to think a little bit if it matters what I put back. I don't think so, because I have the Lotus Petals. I'm going to do like that. So I'll draw the Badlands next turn. Another Vial. Yeah, so their hand just wasn't all that great. Alright, so now I don't have to worry about any shenanigans, which is good. So I can just end them with minimal effort. And I can go hammy on their clammy here. What would be the most humiliating kill? I guess I'll just go Burning Wish. Burning Wish, we'll grab Infernal Contract, we'll get some LEDs. Triple LED. That should be good enough. Done. Draw 3, put back 2. Cast Infernal Contract. Gross Nazi corn. Fucking speed it up a little. I got a life to live. I'm only going to crack one Lion's Eye Diamond just to send a message that I didn't even need those Lion's Eye Diamonds. Alright. Easy game one. So... game two... It's maybe correct to bring in a little bit of bounce. Like, the duresses just aren't that good anyway. And even if they have discard, it's probably Cabal therapies. So it's probably correct to just do this. Bring in the bounce, cut the duresses. They could have like Mind Break Trap or something. And we might get blown out by that, but... Don't worry, Lana, I'm almost done. Then I can attend to you. This hand looks good. It's very close. Yeah, I think I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like cutting Doomsdays is wrong. And that I probably just don't need like 9 rituals. Is probably where I'm incorrect in my build here. Swamp Tendrils. Interesting. I think that swamp is good. Yeah, I think I want to keep all these. I'll draw the swamp. Having a hand like this makes me relatively insulated against discard if that is in fact what they their main form of interaction. Goblin, of course, makes sense. What uncounterable goblin is this? It's a pile driver, okay. So they got a pretty slow hand. I wonder if maybe they do have Mind Break Trap, and they're just keeping the hand off the back of something like Mind Break Trap. So let's brainstorm here. I suppose they could also have Red Blasts. Depending on how this game plays out, depending on what I see, I might cut back on some of my bounce spells. Like I might go down to... Ooh, interesting. That Burning Wish is interesting. Although, I feel like it's not doing a whole lot for me. Maybe we put back Wish. And the Diamond? No. Maybe Wish and Tendrils is where... Yeah, let's do Wish and Tendrils. And then I think I just go get my other basic island here. Since I'm on a plan that doesn't involve red mana. The Dark Ritual is good. The question is, do I keep that contract? Probably not. Probably bottom that and draw the writ. And then the best draw now is going to be like a Thoughtseize, probably. Now way if they do have the if they do have the Mindbreak Trap, I can try and snag it. And that is a very ineffective wasteland. What do you got for me? Matron. Sure. This hand seems really slow, and dirtly, which is why I'm still kind of like, I'm feeling like they probably have something else to do, like a Mindbreak Trap, for instance. There's got to be some reason they kept it. I suppose Surgical, maybe kept it on the back of Surgical, but so I just got another Pile Driver. I see. I have a ton of time still. The hand is not very quick. The second Pile Driver will make it quick, but I have a couple turns. Oh, there's a Thoughtseize. Alright, so now I don't have to care about it. Unless they have double Mindbreak Trap. Just nothing. Okay. The hand seems really bad. So, really easy to win with this deck when your opponent doesn't do anything. That Goldfish is by turn 3 pretty well, though. It's nice that I didn't have to expose any non-basic lands. Alright, so let's just take a real quick look. That was my last match for the night. Let's take a real quick look at my game history for today's date, which was the 5th, correct? Yeah. So, this first match was the one that I played with the Singleton Doomsday deck. So that one doesn't count. Then I won a match. I lost 3 in a row. Then won 2. So, ignoring the Singleton Doomsday, I was 3-3. Yeah, 3-3 for the night, which is okay. It's not really what I wanted. I ran into 2 or 3 Chalice decks right in a row, which really ate my ass. I don't remember what this person... Oh, they were playing Rector Fit, I think, right? So yeah, no real blue decks, except for the one Blue-Red Delver. And that Blue-Red Delver deck was... those were close games. They were very winnable, if things had gone a little differently. So, the one thing I'm feeling, though, is I'm feeling like I probably should be playing 3 Doomsdays in the main deck. I don't think cutting the Doomsdays was correct, because I felt like there are some situations where I wanted to have Doomsdays in my opener. Doomsday looked pretty good in that last 2 games, I guess. So probably what I'm going to do is I'll go back up to 3 Doomsdays, and I think I'd like to try going down to 3 Cabal Writs, so that I still have 8 Rituals with 3 Cabal Writs and the Rain of Filth, and the 4 Dark Rituals. And then this way, like, Rain of Filth does some good stuff, like help you get the Threshold, and it's an important piece in pass the turn piles, like basically your one functional pass the turn pile. So, and I think I like having the 3 Preordains instead of just 2. With just 2, I felt like I didn't have enough cantrips sometimes. So I think I'll probably try that next time I'm testing. So I think my sideboard is still more or less where I want it. It's possible this Consign to Oblivion should just be an actual artifact destruction spell. Actually, I think I'm going to make that change. One thing I've considered is trying to get my hands on another Badlands or Volk. So I can have play Pulverize in the sideboard better. But, let's see, straight charge back, cost X or less. I don't know if one thing I've noticed is I'm playing out my artifacts a lot less with this version of the deck. I'm not sure if I'm doing that right or what, but like if that's the correct thing to do. But might be worth it to try Meltdown again. I have to think about what situations Meltdown is better than Byforce. It's really only against multiple sphere effects that Meltdown is better, right? I mean, I think the best card is Pulverize without question. We'll probably just go with Byforce for now. I'm also not convinced that Chain of Vapor is correct. This doesn't give me, having Byforce instead of the Consign doesn't give me any outs to game 1 Gaddock Teague, but I can probably live with that. So yeah, we'll probably try that next time. Alright, thanks for watching. I gotta go take care of shit around my house here. That was maybe not quite as winning as I hoped to be, but it was pretty alright. Anytime I'm 50-50 or better, I don't feel like I want to quit playing this deck, so yeah, thanks for watching. Later, bitches.